In today's video, I'm going to go over how I've grown my accounting firm by 60% in the first year. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michael Tandrich. I own a marketing agency called Tandrich Group. I also have a free weekly newsletter called The Midweek Marketer, where I give away one actual marketing strategy that I'm utilizing in my businesses and in my clients' businesses. So you can take a look at that. It's completely free. Click the link in the description below. So if you've watched a bunch of my other videos, you've probably heard me say a couple times that I bought an accounting firm last year. Now, I bought it in about October of last year, so going into tax season. And the reason being is that I wanted to showcase to people, obviously I'm a marketer. I help a lot of people out and a lot of clients out with Tandrich Group. My team and I over there help a lot of people grow their businesses. Now, with that, we get a small percentage or a flat rate when we work with clients. So one of the reasons I wanted to buy an accounting firm was to be able to say, hey, I've grown other businesses exponentially, and I want to be able to grow one that's mine and have 100% of the revenue, not just a small portion of the pie. So that's the first thing. The second reason I bought an accounting firm is I wanted to put my money where my mouth is. My team and I are really good at marketing. My clients know that, but I wanted to showcase to people and use this as a really good case study of, hey, I've bought my own business to showcase that I can really blow this up if we can do all the marketing and every single facet of the marketing and website and advertising and all of it. If we're able to handle the complete package, then we can really blow up a business. And obviously so far that has been the case with my accounting firm. And then the third reason I bought an accounting firm is that I've always struggled to find a good accountant. A lot of them don't communicate well. A lot of them don't really get back to you. They just kind of punch numbers in and don't really actively try to save you money on your taxes. And if they do, they charge you out the you-know-what to have meetings with you, to sit down, discuss things. And I didn't want to have an accounting firm like that, and I couldn't find a good accountant. And so it actually came also from having the pain point of not being able to find a good accountant. Now, I'll do another video at some point going over the exact deal that I did, what went right, what went really, really wrong, and where it's at now. But in this video, I wanted to go over the exact strategies that I'm utilizing to expand and grow that accounting firm. I mean, we've already hired 3 new people in the last year. And like I said, it's grown about 60% over the first initial year of owning it. And to put this in context, the business was actually losing a bunch of clients every single year and was losing money. And last year before I bought it, it lost a bunch of clients. So we've actually made up for that and much more through these marketing strategies. So let's go over what those exact marketing strategies were. Okay, one of the very first things we did was we sent an email out to all clients stating your prices aren't going to increase. So no increase in price. Okay, now obviously I'm not an accountant, I'm a marketer. And so I understand what clients are thinking, what they're feeling when they come to an accountant. Side note, you can actually own an accounting firm and not be an accountant, but you can't own a CPA firm without being a CPA. You don't need to have a CPA to do your taxes. There's a whole other thing. I'll make another video on it. But the point is that as a potential client for an accountant, I would hate if I got my taxes done last year and they had been increasing my prices the last 3 years, and then a new business owner came in and then they said, hey, we're increasing your prices again. I'd be like, I'm out. I'm going to go get a different accountant. So one of the very, very first things that we did when we bought this business was I said, we're not increasing the pricing at all. We're going to keep it the exact same this year. And we're going to make sure that we make this a selling point for people. So there's no increase in price. We actually had a lot of people really appreciative of this. The other thing too, I'll just make a quick side note, is a lot of times when it comes to marketing and advertising and how you do your sales and promotions and all that kind of stuff and your offer, is you have to put yourself in your client's shoes. What are they feeling? What are their pain points? What do they wish would happen at your business? Put yourself in their shoes, and then you'll end up being able to find, okay, this is what's going to help me grow my business. So no increase in price. That also led to a bunch of referrals because of that. The next thing that we did was we ran Facebook ads. Literally no accountants that I have seen run Facebook ads. It's a niche in which they just don't, right? There's a lot of niches in which people do run Facebook ads. Landscapers, e-com brands, roofers. I've seen, we have clients that are HVAC companies that are doing it, but the accounting niche, also lawyers don't really run ads. They run like TV and billboards for some reason, but accountants don't really run ads whatsoever. So one of the big things that we wanted to make sure we did was run Facebook ads. Facebook ads. Now, the promotion that we did with these Facebook ads is we said to people, hey, fill out the application below, and we will beat your previous tax preparer or accountant's price from last year. You just have to bring it in. So we provided them an irresistible offer, right? So offer, and the reason we did this obviously is to get new clients. And I'm happy to be able to get a new client at a lower cost if that means they stick with us over a longer period of time. Accounting firms notoriously have customers that last and stick with you for a very, very long time. I mean, who wants to switch their accountant? It's a pain in the butt. No one likes doing it. And you're like, I don't understand taxes or any of this stuff, or I don't understand how to save money, but my accountant does, I guess. And so I'll stick with them. And so in order to bring people over from other accounting firms to my accounting firm, I said, hey, let's run an offer, an irresistible offer saying that we'll beat their price from last year. Now, the type of videos that we ran for Facebook were video shot vertically so it looked like a reel with captions over it. Facebook has said that these are the best converting ads. Whenever we run ads for clients, across the board for the marketing agency, whether it's e-com brand, home service business, personal brand, whatever, the reels with captions get the best conversions. And it makes sense. It's how they natively are on these platforms. So creating ads in that format is the best way to go. And we follow the same format that I do with all of our Facebook ads. And that is hook, description, call to action. And one of the hooks that we did for my accounting firm was we had me sliding off of our conference room table. I also had a couple ads in which I had my kids performing the ads. Reason is that actually I can pay my kids. It saves me money on taxes. Different tax strategy video. If you want to talk to one of my accountants, click the link in the description below. But we had a bunch of hooks in these videos. We gave a description of what our offer was and then a call to action for them to be able to fill out the form and reach out to us. Now, I've said this in a couple other videos, but you have to test different offers. You have to test different ads. You have to test different editing. You have to test different copy. There's a lot of different testing and work that goes into running Facebook ads, but if done properly, it can bring a lot of leads in for your business. And what's great about this accounting firm too is not only did we land personal tax returns, which is a couple $100, but we also spent ad money and brought in clients that were $1,500 a month in terms of client work. So that's 18 grand for the entire year, just for the first year in lifetime value from that customer that we got from a Facebook and Instagram ad. So huge return off that client. And it's super important that if you're trying to grow your business, taking time to put money into Facebook ads is super important. The other thing too that we did is we completely redid the website. So obviously this is done before all this other stuff of increase in price, Facebook ads, website. So that was done absolutely first. And the reason I'm bringing it up now is this actually flows into the next strategy that we're utilizing. It's super important with your website to convey what your offerings are, who you are as a team. People like working with people. I like working with other people that are similar to me, right? That's just kind of how human interaction is. You need to be able to showcase that on your website. You need to be able to showcase, hey, this is our team. This is how we help people, all this great stuff. The other thing too is what makes you stand out from your competition on there. You know, free consultations, free estimates, no cost to meetings if you're a monthly client, like all this kind of stuff that makes you stand out from your competitors. And then with this niche specifically, and this works for a lot of other businesses, reviews. Having a bunch of reviews is really important to be able to showcase on your website that you're standing out from everyone else. This is what makes me better than everyone else, and this is what John or Sally or Bob said about my business. So take it from them. It's not just me saying how awesome I am. Take it from them. It's super important to have reviews on your website. Okay, the next piece of this is the SEO. So SEO. If you don't know what SEO is search engine optimize. It's optimization, but I ran out of room. So search engine optimization. What is this? Now, search engine optimization is basically you create a page on your website, preferably your homepage, and you rank it for a specific keyword, right? So for me, it's accountant near my city or accountant in my city's name. And so everything on that page needs to be about accountant in that city. I'm not going to go too detailed into like how exactly to do SEO because there's a lot of work that goes into it. It takes time. However, when you're able to rank your website, we're basically in the top 3 to 5 right now. It takes a little time, like I said, so we're hoping to get in that first spot pretty soon. If you're able to rank your website, basically people are not only seeing your Facebook ads and they're not only getting referrals, but then when they go to Google, they're seeing your website. The next super important piece with this is your Google My Business profile. So Google My Business, I'm not gonna write it out, but Google My Business profile, right? So this is the first section that you see right next to the maps when it's a home service business. We wanted to make sure that we had the most reviews on our Google Business profile because it helps with ranking. There's other things that do. I have other videos on that, but we wanted to make sure that we had the most reviews possible. So what we did is every single time someone came in to get their tax return, we had a slip in there that said, hey, please leave us a Google review. It would mean a lot to us. Here's a QR code. We explained it to them. And we ended up having the most Google reviews out of any other account in our town within the first year. And again, not only does it help with the ranking, but it also helps a lot with the social proof of stuff. You can put it all over your website. You run it through your Facebook ads. You showcase it on your Google My Business profile. It ends up showcasing like, hey, this is the best accountant in our town because we have the most reviews. So this is another huge piece of how I've grown this accounting firm by 60% in the first year. The next piece of this is the Google ads. So Google ads. So there's search ads, and then there's local service ads, local service ads. No matter what business you're running, it's important to run Facebook ads. It's important to have email marketing. It's important to do Google ads, Google local service ads, and then test to see which ones are doing the best and then allocate your budget there. I'm not saying shut off one and only do the other, because what can happen in that case is if you're running Facebook ads and only Facebook ads, and then Facebook decides to get rid of your account or stop working, or we've seen ad accounts just randomly get shut off for copyright or something, then you have these other avenues of Google ads and Google local service ads or your email marketing to be able to continue to push people. And you took the time already to build that up instead of just focusing on one thing. So Google ads was another huge area in which we brought in a ton of leads. So during tax season, people would go to Google and look for accountant in my city's name, and it would be our Google local service ad, then our Google search ad, then they'd see us on the Google My Business, and then they'd see us about 2 to 3 sites down in the SEO. So the point is that's 4 touch points that someone sees of our business within that one search of accountant in my city name. It's super important to have those multiple touch points when you're running your business to be able to really scale it. And then the final thing too, I'll say, is your customer. It's important to us to do personal tax returns because every client is important to us. However, a personal tax return is a couple $100s. What we really want to focus on is bringing in clients that are business owners. So how do you go about finding business owners to bring in as clients? Well, the way I did that with my accounting firm is that my team and I at Tangents Group said, let's tweak every single one of our ads so that they're specifically focused on business owners. We're only talking to business owners so that when people fill out an ad form, they are 99% of the time a business owner. And then we're bringing them in, we're talking about their bookkeeping, their payroll, their business tax return, tax strategies, all this kind of stuff for them. So focusing on the Facebook ads and Instagram ads as just for business owners. Then on the Google side, okay, how can we rank for a small business owner or small business accountant in city name? Running ads to just that keyword, running Google local service ads to that, having our Google business profile set up to rank specifically for that ideal customer. It's great to be able to do these type of things. However, you need to make sure that you're shifting and changing the copy and the lingo and the wording and all that stuff to reach out for the specific target market that you're trying to get. So that was actually, I would say, probably the most important piece of this entire thing, is that the ad campaigns and everything just focused around our ideal customer so that we are spending majority of our ad dollars and time trying to get the higher paying person. Again, not saying that we don't bring in and do personal tax returns, but we're trying to focus on bringing in those business owners. So that marketing stack is what my team and I did at Tangents Group to grow my own accounting firm by 60% in the first year. If you're interested in working with my team and I at my marketing agency, click the link in the description below, fill out an application, and we'll schedule a time to meet. Also, I have a free weekly newsletter called Midweek Marketer where I give away 1 actionable marketing strategy. I highly encourage you to sign up for that. It's completely free. Link in the description below. If you got any value out of this video and you really liked it, check out my other one in which we tripled a client's business within 30 days.